Hello to all my gamers joining us for this match of Roulette Rivals 16. This is your first of 4 quarterfinals. So one of these players will be advancing into the semifinals. We will talk a bit more about that matchup shortly. Just going over very briefly here. I got the timer on the other side of my screen, so we are good for the moment. For these Swiss standings, these are what we're pulling from for this match. So we saw previously, of course, Scruffy played against Friday 7 and took that match, and then Moo came up from the number 9 seed on the bracket here. So that has brought us together for this match today. Yeah, this is going to be the second match that both of these players play in the KO stage. And obviously, we see that just statistically, Scruffy is the favorite here. But Mu has always been a very determined player and has always put a lot into his practice. So I very much doubt we see a sweep here, but we'll, of course, talk about the maps and stuff a little bit as well. I did ask Scruffy a couple questions. Mu said he wasn't available for them, but I didn't get back last night until about 6 o'clock in the morning, so did not have a lot of time here before the match. But just kind of asked him generally about his feelings about the maps, just sort of normal stuff like that. Scruffy says to me, he says he thinks this matchup is a very tough one, but his previous record against Mu, which I'm sure we will see reflected in the head-to-head map records, loosens his nerves for the match, talking about Scruffy, and that he's not a huge fan of the Mumbai pick. Again, we'll talk about that, but is fine with Bangkok. And he does believe that the RNG maps do favor Scruffy a little bit, just in terms of the maps that he likes, and Mu doesn't, or is perhaps a little less hateful of. Gives him a little bit more confidence, he feels. And I talked about his mental with him a little bit, but he says that, as of course many of you have probably seen, Mu has said a couple times that he expects Scruffy to win this match handily. But Scruffy says he doesn't feel that that affects his mental at all. You know, doesn't inspire a ton of confidence in him in playing against Mu. He says Mu calls himself washed before every match and still wins, so can't think about it too deeply. Sorry, he's a great player, so I will have to play well regardless, and that I think he is certainly right about. So let us actually transition over to our cute little match screen here, and I'm gonna have to give Scruffy a bit of a quick refresh. Get some game audio as well. Turn this off. Yeah, so two insane players. I think the seating is a bit further apart than the actual strength of the players here. Miami is definitely an interesting pick for the high level. Looking at Scruffy's statistics, it's not one of his least picked maps, but it is a bit further down, about halfway through his map picks in terms of how often he has picked it. So a bit weird, but I mean, it makes more sense than perhaps something like a Dartmoor would be against a tight race between two very experienced players. So we will see what it comes down to here. The spin going live, and it is Sierra Knox with a cleaver as the waiter, and Robert Knox with an explosion accident as Kronstadt security. So this could be a very, very fast spin, considering those disguises, as well as explosion accident, of course, is a very quick one. Scruffy actually insta replans. We see Mu is grabbing the sugar for that isolation because that will be faster for him than the shots, because he's got everything he needs. And Scruffy is going to have to do a bit of waiting now, having put those in. Of course, you do still have to start upstairs despite the free waiter disguise, because that is the only cleaver. Well, actually, I think there might be a cleaver pretty close to the food vendors now that I think about it, but it's, maybe like a couple seconds faster. Not a big deal. Scruffy, Mu actually heads downstairs as well, and got the smuggle down there. So why did I think Mu was she, her? I literally could not tell you. If you've ever heard Mu talk, he definitely could not have been female at birth. So Mu is going into the sugar cut scene here. Kronstadt mechanic putting that in, and we will see that relatively shortly. Scruffy has picked up the propane in here. I'm sure we'll see Mu do so as well for that Robert kill, and could even bring your micro proxy taser, perhaps the first time it's ever been useful, but we will see how that goes. This game sound up a little bit. So we are back in the waiter disguise, and that'll be a quick peekaboo in, get the kill, and peace out. Scruffy's actually got a snail here to get the garage completely ready, and we'll just kill Sierra as she stands. One guy is remaining, but that's no problem to knock him out. These bodies are not going to get found. and doesn't matter that Sierra sees it. So there is the kill there for Moo. Quicker, but actually slower in terms of in-game time because of that detour down to the locker room. And Scruffy is out as well, as we see mentioned there as well, even with the replan. So we will see him quickly moving towards, or both players quickly moving towards Robert, perhaps even looking to line up a snipe on the laptop here for Moo, as he's up in the stands at the moment. I have to see where Robert is in Instinct. Because, oh my god, he gets into combat. Yeah, you really want to shoot in the stairwell there. Because while there are people that can see you there, it's less likely than getting spotted by that guard is there. I think you'd have to do a distraction shot from that position to make that safe. And that puts Scruffy in a bit of a lead. I did not get a ton of Miami practice for my last match, so I'm not sure where Robert is, but it does look like he is in a very good spot for that snipe. He was all the way on the other side of the lower floor. So Scruffy is now headed up, obviously very much in the lead. And we might see him, clear out this room, which will get him a Kronstadt guard disguise without having to wait as long on Robert. Of course, double trank, so no chance on panic there. Propane will be placed and likely shot from a range here. There is the kill. Guard does not turn red, or orange, I should say. Shotgun out and has gotten the world record on Miami. I don't even remember who had it previously. My brain's telling me Yanini, but I don't remember. Either way, that will take the record. And, yeah, there's not a whole lot that you could do to make a spin faster than that. Of course, shoot the car is quicker. But, I mean, in terms of going from point A to point B on these standard kills, you can't do a whole lot better. Maybe like a Kronstadt mechanic pistol kill on Robert there could have been faster, but, you know, that record will likely stand for a bit of time because it kind of comes down to spin RNG there on Miami. We are going to Mumbai now, and as we talked about a bit earlier, Scruffy does have a head-to-head here. Currently leads 1-0. 9-4-2 is the record. 543 personal best. 6-9-1 is the record for Moo. 625 personal best. So we did see Moo play Mumbai in his last match, and I believe he did lose that map. But Moo is, I would say, one of the most experienced Mumbai players in the community. Of course, Scruffy is experienced on all maps, but I think his chances definitely look better than what you might think just initially looking at those two score lines. There's not a lot of people that actively play Mumbai, and I think Moo is one of them. I also watched a practice stream from him recently. Also put quite a bit of time into Mumbai there, so has some recent memories, perhaps, of some strats here. Scruffy is going for laundry foreman or dancer here. Looks like foreman. Triple shot and double knockout here because they do not care about frontal KOs while being bullet distracted. Looks pretty good there. Looks pretty good. Typically that 1 minute mark is what you're trying to hit for Maelstrom isolations if you are doing Charles, but of course that's not your only option. You got stuff like radio, Taylor, random emetic isolations, phone stuff, so we will see what the spin is calling for. 5:10 is the map record by Apricot. I think that also comes down to spin RNG quite a lot, so maybe Scruffy is planning on taking another record, but we will see. Hopefully Moo can pull it back and we can have a number of our RNG maps coming up. But what is the spin here? It is Wizard Kale with the Consumed Poison as Laundry Foreman. We've got Vanya Shaw, Loud Explosive Weapon, as an Elite Thug, and Dawood Rangan with an Electrocution as the Barber. So no Maelstrom isolations whatsoever, actually, because Consume Poison is going to be done on the hill. That will be the glass closest to the ladder is what you want to put that in, and you're going to look to trigger that flag raise in some way. We see a double skywalk start plan, so perhaps looking just for the automatic flag raise that comes from there. So not having to dedicate as much time to being on the hill, and also gives you a consistent timing so that you know exactly when you're going to need to be in that disguise. I think it's something like 2.5 minutes after the flag raise is when that Consume Poison will be consumed. I don't remember exactly what the flag raise timing is on Skywalk, because I was really only ever practicing that from Servant and Dancer. But should be relatively quick here. I think it's faster than both of those, so... Timekeep in chat says 150, so around 420 I would think is when we should see that consumed. So that will give you time to get some work done elsewhere. Of course, we see the Barber grabbed here. I mean, they might even raise the flag themselves sooner than that, just because the Dawood kill is very quick here. But looks like we're going here for the brick going in. Double knockout on the metal workers here for Moo. Yeah, okay, just leaving that disguise there as a proxy. That is the Dawood kill. And of course, starting Skywalk puts you right next to the Barber, as we saw there. So makes sense to kind of knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. I guess even for Moo, if he were to raise the flag himself, it wouldn't really make much difference timing-wise. So just get that poison in. That was correct there, and head back down. Hopefully he remembered to grab a brick. I know he was saying he was going to start putting VHS in his loadout just so he didn't forget one, even though he doesn't have it unlocked. Yeah, I mean, forgetting to grab the brick has been plaguing roulette players for centuries, and might be actually looking now to get that Laundry Foreman just to guarantee that he is in there on time. Elite Thug you might want to grab from underneath the boathouse towards the end, because that is going to be very likely an exit kill. Yeah, we see now Moo headed into the laundry area. It still has quite a bit of time as Scruffy is knocking out this Thug. We see the automatic flag raise there at just about 150 on the picture-in-picture, and actually is going to grab this Elite Thug, so that will be his grab on that, and then put the poison in. Should still have good timing on grabbing that Laundry Foreman as well. There is the knockout. And you are going to want to box him because Maelstrom will come in here to change before meeting up with Neha. But we see a Trank, and oh my god. Okay. So since the laundry worker there was out of the way, he was able to get that knockout cleanly. I was still kind of worried about sightlines there, but he looks to be fine. Might even, yeah, knock out this guy, because who knows where he's going, considering he doesn't even have a question mark. So that is the Laundry Foreman ready for about 1.5 minutes from now, I believe. Scruffy is now back down, having grabbed that Elite Thug, and potentially also going over for his Laundry Foreman now. Even if he were to throw a brick in, then that would kind of mess up his timings, and also would lead to Vanya sitting in her chair for 10 years. So if that guard's body is okay on the hill, it should be. I mean, Maelstrom doesn't go back behind that house. He kind of just changes and leaves to meet up with Neha, and I think that should be out of range of both of their sight lines when Maelstrom does look down that way. So yeah, either way, I don't know where he gets dragged, but I'm pretty sure I have knocked out that Thug for his disguise before for other kills on Consumed and not had him found. So maybe my memory is wrong, but that's what I remember at least. So here we have the double knockout on Moo from getting the brick in. Scruffy is heading up with a triple shot to grab that Laundry Foreman. Did not quite work out on getting in the standard way that we saw from Moo, because the pot is complete garbage. little bit sus on the grab here. Looks like he got the laundry worker actually instead, and there is also a guard that can see up here on this knockout. Meanwhile, of course, Moo is ahead, and we see him in that laundry form in disguise, so hopefully the Maelstrom dies here very soon. He's not going to have to change here for a decent bit of time, so whenever that death happens, he will be good to go. And that will also let us see exactly when... What is the foreman doing for Scruffy? Will let us see exactly when Scruffy needs to be in his disguise. There is the knockout for Moo. Maelstrom is still not dead. And Moo's just standing here waiting for him because he does want to get that barber disguise before heading over to the Wood Rangan. We see a lot earlier there on the kill for Scruffy. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, Spot. But there's the kill 20 minutes later for whatever reason. I don't really know what he would have proxied. I mean, was he still on the hill when the Maelstrom came up there? I didn't quite see. But I guess he was, because time does say he was proxied in some way. So Scruffy just now getting the brick in. Of course, Moo is headed over now. Has a car battery as well for loadoutless on this electrocution kill. Can hopefully head over and get that onto the barge puddle. And yeah, looks like he has pretty good timing there on getting there ahead of time. We see a bullet distraction to make sure that they are not headed over to check out that throw and die to it as NTKs. But Moo is looking set up very nicely for that kill. So that body should get dragged into the boathouse and will not cause any problems. But Moo now is headed to look for his elite thug, it would seem. Is not going to be going into the boathouse. There is the kill there, of course. Scruffy is not too far behind, but Moo definitely still leads. I don't know if he has coins, but I do recall there being some bugginess with the taxi driver at Skywalk's start, just not creating an exit for whatever reason. So I don't really know what the cause there is or if that's still a thing. But if it is, you're probably not going to want to take that exit because Vanya will get found. So we see Moo is going for a throw lure here and a KO. Is in a hostile area, but should be fine crouching behind here because the guard will just fully walk past. And, yo, yo, yo. Moo, the basement exit. No, Moo. Could have been the first, maybe the first player in Roulette to ever use that exit. But is headed out. I don't know where. Maybe just default, like the street exit. It's likely does not have the coins there, just based on what we've seen from him. So click the button and hopefully get out with green guns. The guards will move relatively quickly into the position to spot Rima's body, and that was quite far on that detonation, but the key is down there, Reaper, for that exit. So there is 7:30. So certainly done faster than Scruffy. Turning point kind of just came from... Looks like Scruffy had a taser of some sort as well instead of the car battery. Difference just came down to the approach on the hill, I guess. Just kind of delayed the brick quite substantially for Scruffy. And getting that in quicker helped Moo to secure those kills much earlier. Bit of a detour at the end for Elite Thug, but I think cost him less time than similar stuff did on the end of Scruffy. So we are going into the next map, Colorado. Head-to-head, Moo does lead 1-0. This is Scruffy's map pick, but anyone that has seen Moo knows that Moo is a very good Colorado player, very experienced in terms of the beginning of the map, for sure, which is the most important part. So deciding on that strat quickly. Also seen him mess around with some barn stuff, and of course knows everything that you probably know about this map. So yeah, I mean, I expect this map to be very close. Both players so far have taken their map picks, but yeah, I definitely think we could see Moo have a very good chance here on this one. Moo kind of needs this. I mean, Scoreline's looking pretty good for him already so far, but I mean, it would definitely help, obviously. Lifetime performance 14-8-0, 14-2-0, so better win rate for Moo, and their personal bests are only 3 seconds apart. I think if the spin allows for it, both players could simultaneously get the map record on this map. I guess I don't really know what happens if there's a photo finish tie and both players finished faster than the record. I've never thought about that. Because typically you need a win for timings to count. Do you think the double USA pick from Scruffy is a homage to Zionicle? Yes. I mean, there's nothing else that it possibly could be. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. We got about a minute left on Colorado. There's not a whole lot of weird conditions you can get on this map, at least on that are difficult. Especially now that you've got like oil canister, like fire is kind of very easy if you have the loadout for it. It's really just gamer peekaboo from Scruffy. It's really just live kills that have created problems. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see 3 loud live kills, etc. That would be the kind of nonsense that can create some problems. What the hell is Scruffy doing? Getting red guns apparently, but I mean that was kind of cool. That was some Red Fox strats for sure. Yeah, the map record is 531. What are we doing here on Colorado? We are doing Kappa. We are doing Sean Rose with a loud explosive as the point man. 2 live kills here. Screwdriver, Penelope Graves, no KO. Explosive specialist, Ezra Berg, no KO. Old Axe Militia Spec Ops, Maya Parvati, a fire as the militia cook. So these are some of the most annoying kills that you could get here. Maya Fire is definitely the simplest one, but militia cook is a bit annoying. So yeah, I think the explosive specialist start definitely makes sense here. You do kind of want to load into Colorado very quickly because it is very easy to identify the start most times, and that is the case here because you might see Militia Spec Ops as Orchard, but the old axe is about a mile away, and you will never get that in time. So Screwdriver on the way means Explosive Specialist is by far the best start, and Ezra is going to be on a leash, but you're most likely going to want to be back for that timing around 5 minutes that he returns to the house naturally, because that will save you from having to stand around there. You see Moo is waiting and is going to get this knockout. We'll have to box him then, and yeah, we see the subdue there. Makes it a bit easier because Ezra will come back up this way, and you definitely do not want to trigger a target lockdown because that is a whole lot of bullshit. We see the quick kill there from Scruffled, and is going to want to hide that body in this box to make sure this area is completely clean. Moo spending a lot more time, oh my god, navigating around to Ezra, and Scruffy gets seen there by Penelope's guard at the very last frame. So Moo has gone back to being ahead and can now clear out everything for Ezra's return. Just does need to make sure that he is back here before Ezra is, which shouldn't be too much of a problem. We are going to see him wait for Penelope to pass and then likely shove her in that box. Much sooner after the kill compared to Scruffy, which was his problem there on those guards entering. Yeah, you delay Penelope with the shot on the camera box, which kind of resets the dialogue that she's currently in and gives you time from those further starts to get in there if you have to deal with Ezra, but obviously he just let him pass, so same deal either way. We'll likely see Moo head over for his militia cook to get Maya dealt with, and then maybe a setup kill on Sean, because you are going to want to do that on exit. He's got about 30 seconds to go ahead and get this militia cook boxed and get over there. Obviously, you can lure her back using the generator, so just need to get this done relatively quickly. Got a trank as well, it seems, and luckily with how the spin works out, that body should be found and woken up and changed before you are going to tackle the Spec Ops and Point Man. So hopefully shouldn't have to deal with that juggling act there. We see Scruffy is now getting that later kill, which will allow the box to avoid the guards. Same sort of thing we saw from Moo. Got that cleanly as Moo is looking to keep Maya here, even with a coin lure perhaps, or a coin chain, to get her over to that barrel. But with it not already leaking, you are going to have issues with that being a lockdown. There we see the puncture. Oh my god, it gets spotted. No! Definitely want to take the closer angle there. And, yeah, no phone. Feels terrible, man. I'm kind of surprised to not see... maybe he doesn't, he just wasn't thinking about it, but I would be surprised to not see a phone from Moo here, because he definitely knows how to use it, and, I mean, you don't really need much for this spin. I guess you could bring up Reacher for the fire to guarantee no lockdown, and you probably want to bring the explosive for Sean, but other than that, it's kind of like whatever you want. Big oil drum on the side of the... yeah, the larger tank. Kind of like the black tank that you can like leak the pipe on. It works fine either way. It was just a bit of a struggle with that later timing, and we see Scruffy has that timing as well and is going to look to chain lure here over to the barrel. Looks like she is on the line for that, but this will cause a lockdown. As we said, that was the reasoning there on Moo opting to try and leak it early. There is the lockdown. That is unavoidable if you're going to have 2 bullets, and we will see a lock on Sean here. And it seemed like Scruffy was waiting out the 5 seconds, the 5-second rule, but it really makes no difference. Like, her compromising you doesn't matter at all, because she dies instantly as she compromises you, so just like double shot wouldn't have changed anything there. So Scruffy is likely just now going to opt to look towards Ezra. He should be out of range of that lockdown. Typically, the lockdowns only really affect 1/2 of the map, and Ezra should be out of the way there, even heading over to his shed. So old axe in hand, gonna grab that Spec Ops and move back to the house in time. I'm not sure if he will make it back for Sean in the shed, considering what is going on for Moo here? Oh, just the cook's being weird. And I forgot what I was going to say now, because I was watching Moo. We did see him pick up that weapon as well off of the cook, just to guarantee that it would not be brought in here and ruin anything. So he's got a bunch of garbage in his hands. And there is the Spec Ops grab. And is going to take care of the Point Man as well. Or later. But yeah, I don't know if Scruffy's going to have Sean in the shed, considering that lockdown is going to mess with his timings. I don't know that it'll mess with them enough for him to have time here. It is looking like he is going for that first. I don't think Scruffy had anything in the basement for Ezra to find. I think he kind of left everything up, so should be fine to get this set up here, and will be quicker if he can make it back to the house. People are still panicked, but looks like they just calmed down. He just needs these guys to hurry the hell up and get back in the shed so he can knock them out. There is the kill for Moo, much cleaner this time. No lockdown on his end, notably, and going for that old axe now. Problem here is that Scruffy is, of course, very substantially in the lead. We do see a Trank body there. I don't think he's going to opt to kill Sean immediately, though, looking at where he put that bomb. So the Trank there shouldn't really make any difference. Could have knocked that guy out, but maybe he was worried about a head turn or something. So Scruffy can now go back and grab what he needs for that last kill. He is going to have to leave his disguise over here, though, that point man. Meaning that it will be an orchard exit button press. So still a decent amount of time to go. I mean, Moo has room to catch up here for sure. Given that, problem is he's waiting for Ezra a bit. Shouldn't be too long because Ezra's kind of already on the way. Presses that button just to make sure he's getting over here pretty quickly. But yeah, we see for Scruffy, Ezra is exiting the house, so basically the best timing he could have. Bring him over to that box, get the kill, and head out. Gonna make it rather difficult for Moo to catch up. We see bullet distraction there, and an axe in his skull. Evens them up on kills. I don't really know that Moo has done anything for Sean, though, so Scruffy is quickly approaching his exit, but Moo would have definitely had a better in-game time. Sean is kind of leaving the shed, though, at this point, which makes things kind of annoying for Moo. Because he didn't trigger that lockdown, and also because he had to worry about getting back to Ezra fast enough. There is the button press on Sean, and is out before the guns go red. So that is going to be the players consistently taking their own picks here. That is a win here for Scruffy. And Moo ripped anyways, but it does not matter at all. So Bangkok, the big cock, is going to be map number 4 here for us. Again, a map that Moo has not only been practicing recently, but just has a lot of experience. I would even say that he might be the strongest Bangkok player, just in terms of pure experience on some of the weirder strats. So might be able to pull out a very nice cock for us today. Yeah, everybody get your let's go spams in the chat in between maps here. So 130 to the spin. They do not have a head-to-head here. 961 for Scruffy, 530 for Moo. So pretty similar, almost the same win rate. 255 as the personal best for Scruffy. I would have to imagine that's either falling object or explosion accident on the brick. Of course, the Mr. Nomos has the current record at 244, so not too far away, but I mean, you literally have to get like one of 2 kills to even have the possibility to get record on this map. So no matter how quickly these players are able to do the spin, most likely won't be record, but it's always possible. Scruffy. Scruffy is taunting everyone, I guess, with the downpipe. Warming up the most. He's been working on this for years. I think it's probably the most advanced strat we've seen in roulette to date, basically. You climb down the pipe after killing Jordan. So anyone looking to play against Scruffy in RR17 is probably going to have to work on that. We might see some woke nonsense here. I think this is one of the matchups where you could see it the most on this map. So here is the spin. It is Jordan Cross, Katana, Lamau, Katana, Hotel Security, Ken Morgan, silenced AR as a suit. So you will be going upstairs, whether you like it or not. But could definitely see an upshot here on Mr. Brick. So we could definitely see some woke nonsense here. Both players planning in with that silenced assault rifle. John Musif over here is bringing a Seeker and has said that bringing a wrench is required for upshot, but of course you are going into the recording studio anyways, so you can grab one there. We will see if he ends up doing the woke shot, but here is a chain lure on this security guard to grab that immediately. we'll probably see him do a wedge shot on Jordan, so nothing to worry about there timing-wise. Yeah, the woke doesn't happen for like 2 more minutes, so you're going to have to wait just a second. Or like more like a minute and a half, I guess. We see a Seeker in hand. Maybe looking to actually let Jordan go and then medic him on the top floor. Security 47 suite is pretty woke. We're at the point in Roulette Rivals where chain luring a guard is the pulling out all the stops, I guess, in terms of a strat. So no sedatives needed, of course, on that chain lure. Musif is going to be heading all the way upstairs to grab that katana and get Jordan upstairs as well. A bit of weird timing on if he does plan on doing upshot, but it would certainly save him a ton of time here. Considering where his suit is. And he's getting pretty close to that timing now. We see the AR grabbed there. And the AR ungrabbed. Grabs the bodyguard and is, yeah, looks like is ignoring upshot entirely. Rest in pepperoni. All the woke gamers. So it will be standard durian stuff there, and it is going to be past the point where you can get him to the basement timing. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised that Moo doesn't opt to go for it because he had really nice timing on getting there. But do see him open the door for him later, or for himself later, knock out Jordan, go down, grab your security, and then go back up, grabbing every blunt melee item on the entire map and getting this guard out of the way for when he comes back down in that trespassing disguise. Yeah, so I think both players are playing it very safe because I mean, I haven't seen Mood do upshot, but I mean, I can't imagine that he doesn't know it, considering considering his experience in general. Scruffy is found trespassing. Oh my god, body found! Get wrecked by Ragdoll RNG. That's the Seeker difference. The Seeker 1 difference here from Moo in not getting found trespassing there, and now cannot be found trespassing on exit because he knocked this dude out. Disguise grab will let him transport his silenced assault rifle back down and head down the staircase. Grabbing his suit back from the suite. Could probably also just... Gentleman's agreement, true. Could also potentially a medic can and then go back up to grab your suit, just saving you that travel time. Because I don't think the timings line up particularly nicely for a patio kill either. Yeah, we see Ken is now headed to the restaurant. He will be actually close enough that you don't really need that that earlier medic that I was just talking about. Of course, you start with the key card if you start in the suite, so grab that disguise, and should not take very long for Ken to get into that bathroom. Likely see about a 5-minute IGT exit time here. So not the fastest, not the quickest you could handle somebody's cock, but not too bad either. We see the durian drop, and he of course has the very large lead, as Scruffy is now opting for a peekaboo to pull Jordan back all the way into this bathroom. 2-layer peekaboo there, and head up for the katana. So we now wait for the elusive Ken Morgan in his natural habitat, as Scruffy has to deal with the 17 enforcers that exist for this disguise on the top floor. So a quick kill and exit. Ronald will not be back before Sif has exited the map. Of course, he may not know that, but he does seem to be aware, considering he is just piecing out now. And you got to imagine that there was a number of moments of waiting here for Moo during this spin. So you got to think, if you're Moo, that either Scruffy has ripped and you are mega chilling, or you are both about to enter a photo finish. So we know that there is no photo finish, and both players have taken their own map picks 4 maps in a row, and we are now headed into RNG. Number 1 is Ambrose Island. Yeah, the RNG maps this match are as exciting as ever, and that is to say not at all, because RNG in this game sucks. But the main man Scruffled is evened up. We did hear him say earlier on that he does believe he is favored, at least on the first 2 RNG maps. So I'm not going to spoil what the second one is, because it is going to be super exciting for all of us, because we are guaranteed to see it. But yeah, Ambrose is our first RNG map. I mean, looking at the lifetime performance, you will of course see Scruffy more experienced on this map. I know that Moo does not particularly like this map, but nobody does, so that's not saying a whole lot. But I think just in terms of like raw execution, even though they both know the same strats, I think Scruffy probably has the edge in terms of Moo knows Jote's tech for hippie spins. I want to know it, but I've never seen any videos about it, so I certainly do not enjoy spending time on this map, so I have not bothered to try to figure it out myself. That's, I think, the button stuff that you're talking about. We got one Ambrose enjoyer out of the millions of players that plays this game in the chat. We found him. But yeah, I think like purely off of, you know, those like 3, 4, 5 second time saves, Scruffy would definitely have the advantage there. So I think if this does come down to a spin where the execution would lead to a photo finish, I think Scruffy probably takes it. So Moosif is probably going to be hoping that it is a bit of a weirder spin, something where the Scruffled perhaps isn't just able to insta-load in and hit his buttons for the entirety of the spin. We see a fire kill, no canister. Okay. We see a fire kill there prepared, and Scruffy perhaps learning the age-old lesson to not immediately walk into the fire. But the spin is live. Scruffy does have the map record. Forgot to mention that as well. No crest, screwdriver cook. Aka cleaver suit. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely a hard spin, guys. Hit the play button. Hit the play button. Hit the play. I think they're looking up where the lethal melees are. So Scruffled here is farming load times. He is abusing the photo finish system by hitting that replan button. Just an embarrassment to see players at this level exploiting the rules like that, but is what it is. We see Scruffy does have the advantage because his suit does exactly match the one in the picture, but there is the cook grab for both players and the bomb drop off. I have no idea. I think the only really good screwdriver is the one at like the cinema room upstairs. Cleaver, I would assume, is by the 2 cooks, or I guess 3 cooks, in Farah's restaurant. So shouldn't be too bad on grabbing these melees, but it is the player's job to know where these things are, not me. So get wrecked. Looks like Moo is actually opting to grab the key and get spotted. I don't think he was far enough in the corner there. You kind of have to like push yourself up there. I don't know what he needed the key for. But Scruffy gets the wonderful nonsense on Null's guard going for a drink. So do you have to wait a second on that kill? I remember it was very easy to get fully spotted by that cook through that window, but it seems like everybody just boxes him immediately, so I don't know if it's changed or if it's just a skill issue for me. Oh, the cleaver is where Noel eats. That's right. That's right. Does Farah's key even get you in this building, or do you need the key from Cook's or from the sleeping cook? Oh, lockpick. Who cares, bro? What a lockpick gamer. Key gets you everywhere. Okay. You got to go around the table. What is Scruffy doing? It's a map. Yeah, I know it's a map. I just didn't know if it was like exclusively like the main village area or if it also counted like the Stoat village and stuff. Thought it's illegal to pick up. Maybe. Perhaps. That would make sense. Is Scruffy playing blindfolded? That would certainly make things easier for the rest of us. But yeah, I mean, Scruffy's gonna have to mess up the Akka kill for Moo to have a chance, and I don't even know if it's even possible to mess up the rest of this spin. I don't. Maybe he gets the rip on the guards, like hide and seek, bringing them to the cook that you can get. I don't even know if it's something you can get fast enough for it to even happen before Scruffy leaves. But we do see the Emetic with the Durian, literally no rip potential. He has used the elusive Durian throw, which was actually discovered very recently. You can right click and then left click to throw the Durian. Very innovative stuff here. Yeah, some of you, some of you that are really tuned into roulette may have seen that development recently, but okay. The throw cleaver strat is actually not part of that though. So you are gonna want to actually kill Akka. I don't know why he opts to drop the second gun there. He's like mega chilling. What is happening for him though? Oh, I didn't know the pirates could hear that throw from there. Okay, well, Mo ripped anyways. But yeah, Scruffy was out anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference. But there is the exit. Scruffy did say he was confident on this map, and that did pay off for him. Bros. So true. So true, and for fun. Moo getting quite unlucky. Yeah. That is true. I think where you want to, if you're going to Seeker there, I like, if you go into the, yeah, Dartmoor, by the way. That was what I was talking about earlier. We've got the greatest. TIFO XD Nitro launch. Let's go. But if you go into the restaurant where or not restaurant, I don't know, the bar where Akka drinks the whiskey, you can push yourself up against the window and shoot the Seeker from there, and the guys behind you don't hear it. So that is where I like to be safe there. Scruffy asks if he can have a 3-minute break. I'm not the admin, so hopefully Reaper can hear me. He wants maybe like 2 more minutes on a break. He says, wait, you're not admin. So true. Yeah, it looks like we did get it there anyways, so works out. Yeah. So we've got 3.5 minutes to talk about everyone's favorite map. Is Joker even here? Oh yeah, he is. I can see the woo with 4 O's in the chat. We had the one Ambrose enjoyer. Now we have the one Dartmoor enjoyer. And yeah, Moo's probably super excited to go into match point here on Dartmoor. Because it is literally a map where you just immediately lose if you take 2 seconds too long, given that you are 2 players at this level. So hopefully we don't see any woke nonsense. I saw Moo practicing consumed a little bit here. But wouldn't it be so cool if this match came down to consume poison RNG? Oh my god, that'd be so lovely. But yeah, 7-3-2 record here on Scruffled, 5-2-0. So pretty similar there. Timing is on personal best is just comes down to whatever spin you get. So yeah, the PIFO is, I don't know, is that the current individual level record for what is the IO record for Dartmoor? Because whatever that is would be the fastest possible spin, I guess. Because all I know is falling object PI electric. I know that's the map record. I'm talking about like the actual speedrun record because you can on one target maps at least you can match that. Of course, assuming it's glitchless. PIFO, PI accident explosion. I would think it was PIFO, but I know a lot less about speedrunning than a lot of people. We see Scruffy literally practicing it. I wasn't even watching him. We see him practicing the launch there, and I can't imagine that Moo would already have that prepared. So I guess if it's PIFO, Scruffy just wins and gets the map record. Next to the mini-map, there are 3 symbols. SE, yeah, that's the toggle sprint. Moo uses toggle sprint for, like, hand cramping and stuff. For, like health reasons, basically, so... he has said before that it causes him problems pretty often, but, I guess it's better than getting, carpal tunnel from... basically using the muscles in your pinky 100% of the time while playing this game. The spin does approach, though, and we do have the lucky shotgun. Who wins, okay? Lucky shotgun or lucky sniper? I'm personally shotgun gang, myself. After I saw I believe it was my goat in for fun using it, I immediately stole that. We see AR in the chat. These are the interesting questions that you come up with on Dartmoor. Of course, silence pistol is not a factor because it is on the map. So we will see if they win just based off their random ass smuggle. That would be insane. The spin is live. Hatchet suit. Alexa Carlisle. Hit the play button. Hit the play button. Okay, they know the strat. They have hit the play button. Moo loses 0.001 seconds to automatically enter in cover at the start of the spin. So, yeah, this is a spin. You're just going to be running. That's kind of all you're going to be doing here. You're going to run. See a bit of difference here in the approach there. Moo opts to trank, but he will have an extra trank, so whatever. Yeah, you're going to run for the tokens. You're going to emetic Alexa, you're going to run for the hatchet, and then you're probably just going to gun flash Alexa's guard, and peace out. So we are getting ready here with the emetic. Literally synced Diana dialogue. Actually does get the delay there on the mansion side. That guy's weird. He kind of just, like, ignores delays sometimes. Back in my day, this would have been a hatchet launch spin. But, of course, we've got these nonsense strats here where you actually do things faster, shaking my head. So, neither player opting to... Okay. I was going to say, neither player is opting to trank and grab this bodyguard. Moo looked like he was thinking about getting the personal guard. But Scruffy is going to have to run back in the suit disguise. But he got over here just fine, so... Bad bathroom gaming, yeah. Which was, oh my god. Which was, of course, done intentionally. Oh, Scruffled. No. I don't know why he didn't just wait for that peekaboo to resolve and move that lady before going up, because that was the only person that could still spot him. And then a gun flash would have saved him there on the guard, but... Oh, Moo actually got bad bathroom unintentionally because he... Oh, no, he's on this side. No, that's the good bathroom. Okay. I thought he was already back on the other side of the map. I was just tweaking. But yeah, grabbed the hatchet and can either gun flash or just climb through the window at this point. Oh, what the fuck? What? What is that lady doing? How did it take her that long? Okay, one... How did it take her that long to see Rebecca's body? And 2, how did the guard not see Rebecca's body? And also, why did she go to the? I don't know what the fuck is happening. How was the guard outside possibly closer than the guard inside? So that's a rip for I don't know what the fuck's happening. I guess Moo is in the lead now. Scruffy drops his hatchet because you can't climb up that way. Scruffy is definitely using woke nonsense here. Okay, we see a briefcase this time. That wasn't really his problem, though. But he is back inside, so he's kind of done then. He's going to gun flash the guard, or just trank him, I guess. Same difference. And he's kind of done. He still needs Rebecca's token, it looks like. I don't know. Is Joker still in the chat? Is this a bad bathroom spin or not? I need you to tell me, because I know that you know. It doesn't look like it. Oh my god. Okay, so there's the trank, and he's going for the... This match is over. It's over. I'm so sorry, but this is an 8-4 win to the Scruffled. Moo almost had it. I mean, he almost had it. That was kind of bullshit, honestly, on that female staff coming in there. But, yeah. That is going to be the Jeej. I didn't even know there was a second hatchet on this map, but apparently there is. And yeah, that's going to be the 8-4 for the great Scruffledino. And I can't imagine he wouldn't want to do an interview, so I assume I will see him enter shortly. Oh, I guess I need to get in a Shoutcaster channel. I will give him the quick old ping. And we will perhaps see the goat in here momentarily. He should be able to join.
Hi.
Hello, Scruffled.
Hi.
Hi. The monkey is here. Jack, can we hear the monkey?
Testing.
That's it looks like it. It looks like it. Okay. How are we feeling? How was that? What do we think about that Dartmoor? How was that?
Bit
Didn't look super
stressful.
comfy.
I'm kind of annoyed at my rip. Just I didn't play it very safe, but obviously Moo ripped at some point.
Yep. Yeah, that
Otherwise,
he
I
did.
definitely wouldn't have won that.
Yeah, it was. I think it was a bit nonsense the rip that he had, but either
That's
way,
unfortunate.
we took it 8-4. I know you said beforehand you were feeling a bit better about those two RNG maps, so I guess this kind of played out about as well as you could have hoped for it to. I don't know, I don't know if you have any general thoughts. I'll just give you some time to yap here.
I don't know. I feel like it probably wasn't the best I've ever played. I had probably more rips than I would have hoped for, and then like Mumbai and Bangkok, it took me a while to get going, and my strat wasn't really that great. So I understand how Moo would have won those. But I'm very happy with how Miami went anyway.
Yeah, I
That
would
felt
think
very good.
so. Considering you have the map record now. But yeah, Mumbai definitely just unorthodox with those two quote unquote accident kills. But Colorado, I don't know, what were you thinking when you saw the spin go live on Colorado? Were you just like instantly switch to explosive specialist? You know how the spin's gonna go, or was there like friction there for you?
See, that's what I thought, but then nothing really went to plan.
Yeah,
Like
I can't
I
imagine that
messed up
target lockdown
Naka
was
too.
intentional.
No, not at all. But like I didn't want that to happen, but I figured it probably would. Like I think my main focus was just getting the Maya kill because I didn't want to have to wait until second cycle. And if that caused a Sean lockdown, I was okay with it. I didn't really care too much.
It worked. It definitely worked a bit better on your timing. Moo did not have a lockdown and then was late to Sean at the end. Of course, you would have finished first anyways because he ripped to
Oh,
puncturing the he ripped to puncturing the oil barrel. I think overall he probably would have been out faster, but of course playing it smoothly there from you on that first try very much helped there. I don't know if
It wasn't first
Ambrose.
try. I had the rip on the penalty
Oh
kill.
yeah, because the guards came in early. That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't remember why he ended up being so far out then, but regardless, I don't know if you were rolling your eyes on that Ambrose spin. I kind of was myself, but when that went live and it was like one of the fastest spins ever.
I mean, I feel
Obviously
like
not record, but
it's a
very
bit more
easy.
unusual than most of them. I feel like just with the cleaver, it's so far out of the way.
Yeah.
Most of the
Well,
melee items are like really like central to the village, except for that.
pretty straightforward though. At least I think Moo ripped there on
Yeah.
grabbing. I think he was ripped grabbing the key from the
Okay.
restaurant, master key. But then Bangkok, I don't know if you have any thoughts on that spin on Bangkok. I kind of have expected you to both do Ken Upshot, and neither of you did. So I don't even know
I
if that's something that you've practiced. I know that he has.
I have never done it,
Okay.
and I refuse to ever
Okay.
learn it.
Okay,
It's
great.
woke.
It is woke, that's for sure. I think chat was kind of hoping for woke, though. I think Moo kind of had perfect timing, but I think he was probably just wanting to play it safe there. Perhaps even knew that
I
you
think
wouldn't be going for it.
it definitely would have made a lot of sense for that spin. I can admit that, but I'm still not going to learn it.
Moo says he was late to upshot because you didn't get copper quick enough. I see, I see. Yeah, he invented this new disguise grab where you chain lure the security guard. We were all very impressed.
I
Um,
mean, better than I could do.
but yeah, I don't. You said that of course that you felt that you ripped more than you typically would. I think most of us would agree with that. I don't know if that was contributing to a lot of stress for you or if you were kind of holding steady given that you both took your own map picks, just in terms of like mental as a whole.
I don't know. I feel like I was just less nervous overall than I usually was. Maybe just because I haven't really had the time to practice for this match too much. So my head wasn't in it too much.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Scruffy was not nervous because he thinks Moo is a terrible player. I am head of the new Roulette Rivals TMZ column, so we will be getting that posted very shortly. But yeah, I don't know if there's much else to say here. I think it went pretty much how you might have expected given the RNG maps. I don't know if chat has any burning questions here for you. Um, but yeah, I think that kind of covers most of it. We can talk. I can talk with you a bit about your next matchup here potentially in a second. But that we will switch ourselves over to the brackets here, and not these. I do need to refresh this. These are your Swiss results. Um, I don't know. Has anyone ever told you that you sound like insert generic Irish guy? Let's see.
Oric has told me
Interact.
that quite a few times. Yeah.
You sound like well, what's every Irish guy that I know? I was gonna say McGregor, but
Observer.
we definitely don't want to do that. Yeah, observer, observer.
That's it. He's the only
Yeah,
other
that's
guy.
it. That's it. But yeah, so you are going into the semifinals here in the brackets that you cannot see, but I can. So get wrecked. Unless you have the stream open. But the round two match that we are waiting on here is Yanini versus Joker J. So you will be playing against one of those two players. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that match. I'm sure you might be watching it yourself on what you're thinking. I mean, I don't know if do you plan your picks and bans in advance, or you just kind of like take it as you go?
Um, I can just take it as I go, but I like to save at least like one of my best maps for if I get late into the tournament.
Okay, so are we banning Dartmoor versus Joker?
I'll have to see. I mean,
Okay,
I
we'll
think he
have to
already
see.
picked it, so
Oh,
probably
okay.
not.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I think
What
he
is that?
picked it in that match against Yanini.
Um, But yeah, I don't know if I mean, probably don't want to say out loud which player you want to win because that's kind of diminishing the other one. But
I think both of them are good.
I
Should be
think
fun to play either of them.
I think most of the players have predicted you to make it to the final. So revenge on Joker. That's true, I guess.
Oh, true.
Um,
Yeah, I want
but
to beat Joker, please.
we could see you. What you're on 20 now, I think. So we could see you at 22 by the end of this tournament. Matches one in a row. Um, Still not quite number one after that, but I mean, you've definitely already gotten number one in terms of cross-platform brackets. So
Mm, I don't know. I don't want to think about that too much. It'll make me too stressed.
yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, that's kind of gonna do it for us. Scruffy, keep chat entertained while I look at raids here.
Oh,
Talk about woke nonsense or something. They love that
uh,
stuff.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay. Uh, let's see. Has the other match started yet? It probably has actually. It was supposed to start like an hour after this one,
He's
right?
meant to start 3 minutes
Who's
ago.
streaming? Oh, match in 1 minute. Okay,
Uh,
okay, okay, okay.
Muffin Man.
Raid. Deadly Muffin Man with an eye. Boom. Okay, yeah. So thanks everyone for hanging out. Thanks to Scruffy for chilling with me here. Amazing match, amazing players, very entertaining as always. Sad that the RNG maps came down as they did, but it's always got to be a Dartmoor decider for some reason. So, GG's. Thanks. Everybody say thank you to Reaper for the admin. And we're going to head on over to the other match, which hopefully does have an admin. I mean, I would assume it is, consider it starting, but enjoy your. I think this is the Yanini match, isn't it? I don't know. We'll see. Goodbye. Okay.